Most buyers think the biggest risk when buying a condo is paying too much for the unit. And sometimes that's true. But over the years, I've seen buyers purchase condos that look perfect on the surface, only to discover later that the building itself had serious financial or maintenance problems. Not because anyone did anything illegal, but because there were warning signs most buyers didn't know to look for. Things like weak reserve funds, repeated special assessments, poor property management, or buildings where maintenance had been deferred for years. And the challenge with condos is that when problems appear, the costs don't just fall on the building, they fall on every owner, which means a decision that seemed simple at the time can turn into thousands of dollars in unexpected expenses later. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through the 10 ways to spot a bad condo building in 60 seconds before you even buy one. And these are the exact types of things buyers should be reviewing before making an offer. Let's start with number one, condo fees that seem too low. The first warning sign is condo fees that seem unusually low. At first glance, low condo fees can look very attractive. Lower fees mean lower monthly costs, which can make the unit feel more affordable. But sometimes low fees can actually be a warning sign. Condo buildings require ongoing maintenance and long-term repairs. Things like roof, windows, elevators, parking, garage, heating systems, and structural components all eventually need to be repaired or replaced. To prepare for those costs, buildings maintain something that is called a reserve fund. If condo fees are kept artificially low for years, it can mean the building is not saving enough money for those future repairs. And when major work eventually needs to be done, the building may not have enough funds available. When that happens, the condo corporation may issue something called a special assessment, which requires every owner to contribute additional money. Sometimes those assessments can be thousands or even tens of thousands of dollars per unit. So unusually low condo fees aren't always a good thing. Sometimes they're a sign the building isn't planning properly for the future. Number two is very high condo fees without obvious amenities. On the other side of the spectrum, extremely high condo fees can also raise questions. Some buildings offer extensive amenities like pools, gyms, concierge services, security, or shared recreation facility. In those cases, higher condo fees may make sense because those services require ongoing operating costs. But if a building has very high condo fees and very few amenities, that's something worth investigating. It may indicate that the building is dealing with higher maintenance costs, aging infrastructure, or financial issues that are driving those fees upward. Understanding what your condo fees actually cover is an important part of evaluating whether a building is financially healthy. Number three is a history of special assessments. Another warning sign is the building had repeated special assessments. A special assessment occurs when the condo corporation requires owners to contribute extra funds for repairs or unexpected expenses. Sometimes these assessments are unavoidable. Buildings age, and occasionally major repairs are needed. But if a building has had multiple special assessments over time, it may indicate deeper issues with planning, budgeting, or maintenance. Buyers should always ask whether a building has had past assessments or whether any new ones are being considered. That information can reveal a lot about how well the building is being managed. Number four is a weak reserve funds. One of the most important financial indicators in a condo building is the strength of the reserve fund. The reserve fund is essentially the building's saving account for future repairs. Responsible condo boards regularly contribute to the reserve fund so that when large projects arise, like replacing a roof or repairing structural elements, the funds are readily available. If the reserve fund is underfunded, the building may struggle to cover those costs when they appear. And again, that can lead to special assessments being issued to owners. A healthy reserve fund helps protect owners from unexpected financial surprises. Number five, a very high percentage of investor units. Another factor to consider is the percentage of units owned by investors. Investor ownership is common in many condo buildings, especially in large cities. But when a building becomes heavily dominated by investor-owned units, it can sometimes create challenges. For example, buildings with high number of rental units may experience more tenant turnover and less long-term involvement from owners in building governance. In some cases, lenders may also become cautious about financing properties in buildings with very high investor concentration. It doesn't automatically mean the building is bad, but it's something buyers should be aware of. Number 6 is many units for sale at the same time. If you notice that a large number of units in the same building are listed for sale at once, it's worth asking why. Sometimes there's a perfectly normal reason. For example, multiple investors might decide to sell around the same time. But other times, a surge in listings may indicate concerns among owners. It could be related to rising condo fees, upcoming repairs, management issues, or challenges within the building. Seeing multiple units for sale isn't automatically a problem, but it's a signal that buyers should take a closer look at. Number 7 is legal disputes involving the building. Legal disputes can also create uncertainty for condo owners. Sometimes buildings become involved in lawsuits with developers, contractors, or other parties. For example, there may be a dispute over construction defects, warranty claims, or major repair work. Legal issues can take years to resolve and may result in financial implication for the owners. Before purchasing a condo, buyers should review whether the condo corporation is involved in any active legal proceedings. Number 8 is poor property management. The quality of property management can have a huge impact on a condo building. A good property management team helps ensure that maintenance is handled promptly, finances are organized properly, and communication with the owners is clear. Poor management, on the other hand, can lead to delayed repairs, financial mismanagement, and frustration amongst residents. Sometimes you can spot management issues simply by observing the building itself. Are common areas clean and well maintained? Are repairs handled quickly? Is the building well organized? These small details can reveal a lot about how the property is being run. Number 9 is short-term rentals throughout the building. Another factor buyers may want to consider is whether the building allows short-term rentals. Some condo buildings permit short-term rental activity through a platform like Airbnb. For some buyers and investors, this might actually be a benefit, but for others, it may change the atmosphere of the building. Buildings with heavy short-term rental activity may experience more transient traffic and less long-term community involvement. In some cases, insurance costs and financing considerations can also be affected. Understanding the building rules around short-term rentals is an important part of evaluating whether it fits your lifestyle and goals. Number 10 is poorly maintained common areas. Finally, one of the simplest indicators of the building's overall health is the condition of the condo areas itself. When you walk through the building, take a look at things like the lobby, the hallways, elevators, parking garages, the landscaping. If these areas appear poorly maintained, it may indicate deeper maintenance issues behind the scenes. Buildings that consistently maintain their common spaces are often better managed overall. Some details can reveal a lot more about how well the property is being cared for. Now, here's a summary. You may be looking at a problematic condo building if you notice condo fees that seem unusually low, very high fees without clear justification, a history of repeated special assessments, weak reserve funds, a very high percentage of investor units, many units listed for sale all at once, legal disputes involving the building, poor property management, short-term rentals throughout the building, or poorly maintained common areas. Buying a condo isn't just about the unit you're purchasing. It's also about the building you're becoming part of. Because when you own a condo, you share responsibilities for the building's financial health and maintenance with every other owner. Taking the time to review the building carefully can help prevent expensive surprises later. And if you ever want help reviewing a condo purchase or understanding the financial side of the property before buying, you can book time with me using the link in the description. And if you want to explore more if you're considering purchasing a condo, I'll leave this video right here for you to watch next. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.